University 2021-2022 budget team driving projects to the finish line. The Speaker, the Kenya University SRC budget statement in the policy breakdown highlights the use of over 100,000 student funds. The budget will extensively give a breakdown of the progressive use of funds while accounting to the students at the end through the budget review. This is to clarify concern that this budget statement is only an estimation of funds to be used, which actual funds used can be accounted for in the budget review at the end. This will give overview of allocations under the authorization of His Excellency Michael Adolfo Abua, whilst ensuring the judicious use of these funds. Where we choose to invest speaks to what we value as an SRC. This year's mid-year budget breakdown, the first of our administration, is an extensive policy statement of values that define the progress of the SRC thus far. It's a budget for what the SRC could be, who our SRC could serve, and how we can as students ensure continuity of the SRC. The budget will highlight the real state of the SRC and fundamental understanding of how the SRC works and why for a while now we have not lived up to expectations. This is a budget that reflects the true interests of the ordinary students of Kenya, and thus the best way, since the concern of students are considered highly, to table a breakdown of budget allocations of committees. As an administration, our commitment to achieve the targets of the SRC comes from the ordinary university students who cannot afford their square meals, strive hard just to make ends meet, pay the academic fees. If you only understand hashtag now, we can know that understanding the foundation of the greater problem of ordinary university students should advance our commitment to see this budget passed. And we have already seen the master plan give the direction and targets of this working administration. When we took office, we benefited from 25% retention of the SRC dues from the previous administration to patch up the beginning of administrative plans. The administration awaits the trenches or reconciliation to finance plans and projects of the budgets. One cannot underestimate the raging pandemic and its effects it has had on slowing down conciliation to the finance projects and budgets before the end of the administration. These have been identified as major problems faced by previous administrations. Parents of students were stranded of defined payment of academic fees, even though SRC took bold decisions to pay fees of few students. This measure is set back as a great effect on the SRC budget allocation token and fast track the completion of the SRC project. It is important to know that through the key highlights of budget of the budget, we will, for the first time, it is important to know that through the key highlights of the budgets, we will, for the first time in University history, provide an internally generated fund policy to enhance funds to address the welfare issues of students. Under the SRC Women's Commissioner, we will expand the welfare package brought to fruition by the 59th SRC administration. This will address the sudden rise of overburden among students who in the medium term will look up to the SRC to support them in diverse ways and make payment of fees to facilitate a very safe environment for conducive studies. The most important keynote this budget will address every issue affecting the ordinary KNUST student. It has been a blessing to have a commendable team to carry out regular surveys to aid us in understanding concerns and the needs of students. This has enabled us to put up a productive budget allocation for every committee under the SRC to address student concerns. The SRC calls for your support, understanding, and commitment to accomplish these targets. The budget is dubbed the Razak budget because it needs your full attention to untie and understand the policy drive of this administration as we head towards the finish line of progress, accountability, and impeccable student governance, devoid of selfish interest, inadequate figures, and corrupt manipulations. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, on the authorization of His Excellency President Michael Adofo-Agua, I beg to move that this honorable House approve the budget statement and policy breakdown of Agua and regional-led administration for the year 2022. On the authorization of the President, per Order 44, Part 2 of the SRC Standing Orders, permit me to present this August House the budget statement and policy breakdown of the SRC. It is important to know that I will submit to the House projections and impact analysis of this budget allocation. First on the list is Internship Directories. The issue of internship has been one unseen challenge in the university. Parents students find it difficult to identify avenues to serve as an intern. This can be distributed to inadequate internship coordinators in various colleges, faculties, and departments. An internship is a cooperative arrangement between a government or private institution and a school that allows students to apply their knowledge and skills in a professional setting. The internship program is a natural extension of KNUST's learning by doing educational philosophy. The vision of the Internship Directories is mandated to create opportunities that allow students to explore a career and develop if it matches its academic and professional interests. And the vision for this office is to draw out necessary plans to serve the best interests of the students throughout the extension of KNUST. It offered students the opportunity to engage in internship during long vacations. This year and onwards, hopefully, the Students' Representative Council, through the Internship Directories, will lay down activities to resolve burning challenges attached to the school. Items below are structured activities of the academic year, which will be undertaken by the Internship Directory Board. Mr. Speaker, first, decentralization. The work of the SRC Internship Directories may seem easier when we collaborate with college, faculty, and department internship coordinators. A general media platform would be created to camp all coordinators from various sectors mentioned above. The faculty or college and department coordinators will play a major role in assisting SRC with building cooperation with various companies and institutions. Involving our coordinators and subordinates is based on their knowledge of specified companies or institutions about their program of study. Also, an easier channel for information related to the directorate to reach the grassroots. Internship public survey. This is a public survey. To the general students' body to gather all issues that face during the internship period, and most likely to take place by the end of November. Key issues from the responses of the survey will be sorted out immediately, build up reliable solutions to the interests of students. Third on the list, proposal letters. The directorate has structured proposals to be submitted to companies requesting cooperation on reserving slots for students. Either way, inviting specific company heads on a program or project. Fourth on the list, coordinators general meeting. The directorate schedule a date in the earlier days of the academic semester to host all coordinators from colleges, faculties, and departments. This is aimed at orienting these coordinators and providing them with necessary assets, tightening the cooperation with the SRC, and also champion the centralization plan. Fifth on the list, internship stands at SRC events. For every SRC event organized, the internship directorate will set up a stand where students who attend such events can update on the various internship opportunities available, how to apply, and the deadlines. Sixth on the list is the internship digital network. The directorate seeks to build a web page for the SRC internship board. This web page will provide newsletters, internship opportunities, and vacancies. Seventh, the career fair. The speaker, the internship directorate goes beyond finding and lobbying for internship avenues for students. Though internship provides students with specific skills, give them insights into many professions, introduce them to rigors of workplace, and allow them to measure these abilities against the demand of a given profession. It allows them to explore and develop its matches their academic and professional interests. 7,000 Ghana cedis with allocation for internship qualification, which includes the career fair and many more listed. Entrepreneurship. The program is a mental and intellectual guide for students to aid in narrowing their career for program of study. Intern Startup Pack. The program is set to take place after mid-semester examination in the semester. As part of our plans, we are to ensure that students meet requirements of our partners. The program seeks to inform students on the basic requirements of getting enrolled and internship. In doing this, students will be aware of what is required of them at the end of the academic year. To be enrolled in any internships provided by our partners. Areas to touch on include areas to touch on will include how to apply internships and scholarships, and also how to write CVs and interviews. The aims of this internship directory is to provide quality and field knowledge oriented interns with professional skills as we seek to tailor the needs of employers to that of students, and hence match each other halfway, and in the end both industry and academia benefits. And this is the breakdown of the internship allocation. We have 25% of proposal letters, 16% allocated to career fairs, 15% will be allocated to souvenirs, 16% will be allocated to career fair, and 44% will be allocated to internship board meetings. That means the internship board meetings will run throughout the semester. So they will have several meetings. And based on the graph, the transportation prices may depend on the location where the internship committee will be conducting their survey. So the prices might change. We move on to the SRC Financial Secretariat. The Speaker, we are planning to organize financial spending, smart spending and financial literacy program for the student body. Our prosperity as an institution or a group depends on the personal financial prosperity of each of us. It is probable that unexpected and tragic things can happen, since the need to plan for such unforeseen circumstances, from buying handouts, textbooks, fees arrears, and emergency health conditions, leaving families unplanned for expenses and in the state of dilemma. The Ministry of Finance started a statewide financial literacy and awareness campaign in 2015 to support Ghanaian government's comprehensive financial inclusive policy. The SRC has a great interest in this campaign and are based to promote financial inclusion and are part of the community. Campaigns concerning saving money, the save and recognize how to plan and prioritize with money, the do's and don'ts concerning saving, the do's and don'ts concerning savings and loans will be aired. Some financial service personnel from the highly recognized body will chip in tips on financial literacy, showing videos on financial literacy during the program to educate the student body. The KMSS seeks to enroll in this program to educate the public and promote savings habits in the country. With the students better informed and sensitized, the tendency of students being doped or frauded by fraudulent people will be reduced. The onus lies on us to promote the financial literacy campaign to students aid in pushing the cause of financial literacy, financially literate nation. The financially literate students can approach unplanned expenses with emergency fund for just such occasion without outstanding debt putting a strain on their finance. Financially literate students who fail to demonstrate a strong grasp of finance principle that can help them understand and negotiate the financial landscape, manage financial risk effectively, and also avoid financial pitfalls. To make sure that students are in good financial standing, the KMSRC will see to it that the symposium will organize students to elucidates them on how to make money whilst in school, how to appropriately save money toward the future, and other innovative ways of making money. The introduction of symposium on stock exchange, investments, forex trading, and others will help equip students to gain extra knowledge on making extra income. This is to offer those who are ambitious for financial success an insight which aids them to acquire money, save money, and make their successes and more for success in life, means accomplishments as a result of their efforts and abilities. And this is the allocation for the financial literacy. So the application for the financial literacy symposium for students is 4,875. So based on the diagram, 13% will be allocated to ushers, because you have 10 ushers, 4% allocated to MCs, 2 MCs. Flyer designs, 4% will be allocated to that. Transport for Obuasi people, that's student representatives, 5%. Cost of water, 3%. Photography and videography, 9%. Item 13, that's food, 25%. And the venue cost, 10%. Move on to the digitization of K University vendors. The world is spinning towards a perfect future. The speaker, digitization becoming the most predominant ingredient, aiding in this transition by means of attaining common grounds with what awaits us. We also have to adjust ourselves to enter this changing world. Over the next few decades, digitization, that's the networking of people and things, that's convenience of the real and virtual worlds, facilitated by information and communication technology, will be the most potent driver of innovation and will function as a catalyst for the next wave of invention. All important infrastructures in industries including energy, mobility, education, healthcare, and manufacturing, and many more, will be transformed by digitization. The digitization process is already moving at a breakneck speed. In the third quarter of 2013, there were 113 million new mobile subscribers, with 30 million in China, 10 million in India, 6 million in Bangladesh, 5 million in Estonia, 4 million in Egypt. By the end of September 2013, the total number of mobile users worldwide stood approximately 4.5 billion. Over the years, the ratio of data to speech has risen from around 1:1 to 10:1. As a result, the virtual world is definitely extending its reach into physical world. Government of Ghana, through the Ministry of Education, is playing a pivotal. Government of Ghana, through the Ministry of Communication, is playing a pivotal role in the development of a robust framework to support the digitization of economy in a manner that captures and benefits every citizen. We, the SRC, also seek to pull KNUST along this transformational system by digitizing vendors on campus. With this, most of the vendors within KNUST have to upgrade to the digitized system where all students can make transactions through QR code system. Ghanaians Universal QR code scheme is a new and easy way to make payment to the merchants by scanning the QR code displayed by the merchant with your mobile phone. The merchant gets the money instantly, just like paying with cash. Ghanaians, the QR code scheme is interoperable. With a single QR code image, displayed in a shop, a merchant can receive payments from customers with bank accounts, wallet accounts, or card accounts from different banks and payment service providers across the country. The QR code system allows merchants to receive payment by displaying a QR code generated bank, mobile money operator, or payment service provider. In addition to the QR codes, merchants have unique terminal IDs assigned to each of their points of payment or sales to facilitate receipt to their USSD from customers who use keys or YAM phones. We are moving to solve a major problem in our society, making it easier to access and pay goods and services. We, the KNUSTers, believe that Catholic community has so many advantages. It promotes transparency, prevents robberies, helps the growth of e-commerce and fintech. And in days of COVID-19, cash, which is a known spreader of diseases, can be avoided by using the QR code system. KNUST has allocated 3,660 Ghana cedis to conduct educational program to train various vendors on campus and concern how to use the QR code system with its benefits. The students will also be enlightened on the necessary ways to securely use the QR code as a means of payment. Student volunteers will be needed to assist with the education both on campus and off campus as well. We move on to the plans for the academic board sector. First on the list, Mr. Speaker, the Text Matters. Text Matters is a ceremonial program organized by SRC Academic Board together with the entire SRC administration. The idea behind the program is to conclude which colleague or whole it is matters when it comes to general knowledge, history, and academics. It becomes an achievement to a whole or colleague that emerges as matters. This academic program aims at facilitating academic life on campus and in the university at large. The plan for this initiative. This program requires a lot of preparation, and if in view of that, this program requires a lot of preparation, and in that the SRC Academic Board would involve the academic boards of various colleges in preparation of the program. In so doing, the college academic heads would be required to hold departmental quizzes which will identify the best students among the contestants who can represent the college during the text matters. And this initiative would make the competition very competitive one and also fun. The strategies to achieve this initiative. The speaker. There will be a partnership with academic board of every colleges to ensure its effectiveness. Alongside will be a special award that the Academic Excellence Award to be given in honor to the students who perform as overall best in terms of in every college. Hardworking college academic board. And this will be issued out from the colleges. Second, Mr. Speaker, the Academic Counseling Unit Initiative. The Academic Counseling Unit would seek to elaborate with the KNUST Peer Counseling Unit. This would see to the academic life of students on campus. Many students right from their first year do not know how to go about the academic-related challenges. Just a few find their way where others get to their final year and still fuck on. These services students, especially who may fall victim, would include how to overcome examination anxieties, how to come up with study plans, how to deal with academic drills and clients, how to be over the search for grace, academic mentorship. Some students over the years joined a face-to-face interactive session to talk about their various challenges. Therefore, the bond will see to the following. First of all, on air, an interactive session will be held on Focus FM, where a professional counselor will be brought on the board to discuss some challenges students face in school and how to go about these challenges. Section of the program will allow for questions and problem sharing, where the counselor will address it for. Social media. The broadcast flyer sharing over all social media handles of the school will be done to keep students updated on certain tips and ways to overcome academic challenges, examination fear among others. This information will be posted on various notice boards of every college. Face-to-face interaction. The problem shared is a problem solved. As the popular saying goes. Hence, encouraging students to visit our office will go a long way to help them mentally, emotionally, and physically to have effective, steady, and a peaceful life on campus. Innovative Arts Challenge Initiative. The technological and science backbone of the university assumes that students are inclined in that regard. It is therefore there the need of students to be exposed to promote their talents, hallmark of the university, and technological markets of the country at large. The plans to achieve this initiative. The academic board, in view of this, will create innovative avenues as an initiative to challenge and promote students to think and come up with technological products and materials, communication write-ups, and articles. This initiative would also consider personalities from art and design fields, since they have overshadowed to give them more exposure to their artistic artifacts. Designs, brands, and models. As students go through links will get them will get themselves registered. The strategies involved in this initiative. The speaker, the challenge would get students exhibit or showcase their products, artistic artifacts, articles and write-ups on the day of climaxing, which says to be the grand program. This would set to be organized in every semester to encourage students, awards as well as prize packages and opportunities to be given out to students to help motivate them to do more. Again, their works will be published on the SRC KNUST social media platforms to promote their works. Natural players will deal in innovation, textile designs, and models. Natural players who deal in innovation, artistic design, and models will be partnered to monitor the events. We have academic mentorship program. The main aim of the academic mentorship program is to provide a structured approach to a goal setting for students. Students can set long and short-term goals with the help of their mentors. Mentors would assist mentees in forming action plans, goal-oriented strategies, academic advice, career opportunities, and time management in their respective field. The academic mentorship program and initiative organized over the years have always encountered some challenges and difficulties, hence failing to sustain them. Craft plans, therefore, on how to successfully carry on this policy initiative will be ensured, which the first phase has rolled out of in the 360 Experience Initiative. Again, there will be partnership with Internship Committee and the various academic boards to create an avenue where mentorship program will not be only students, and again, there will be a partnership with the mentorship committee and internship committee and the various academic boards to create an avenue where mentorship programs will not be only students and student affairs, but will be in their field of study and bodies, institutions or companies in this field prospects to mentor students not only on field of study but also career life outside the university. The strategy to achieve this initiative. This would be analyzed one where prospective field of study companies, bodies and institutions will be required for the program will do. This would be analyzed one where prospective fields of study programs, bodies and institutions will be required for the program. Again, prospective qualified personnel will be required and assigned to hold up to this mentorship program. Attention will be taken on how to promote courses in science, engineering, arts, agric, humanities, and resources as part of the mentorship program. We also have academic workshop organized to develop student skills. This initiative purposely would be an avenue to assist students on how to develop skills into projects and other academic related works. This would address issues on stress and challenging students, especially finalists, encounter when going about their project works. This would be achieved through a partnership with academic boards of every colleges to ensure effectiveness. Important courses like IT, which is now held high esteem in most companies, will be done across regardless of the course of study. An IT consult will be needed for this. Also, there will be a need of an expert in research analyst to get students trained, a strategy to achieve this initiative. Training will be done on how to raise questionnaires for project topics, how to adapt to needful research method, how to conduct project surveys, also the practical usage of required statistical applications and how to create Microsoft Office like Excel spreadsheet application, MS Word, PowerPoint presentation, and finally how to present academic project works. We also have summer school preparation. Summer school is a pre-required student who happen to do some of the semester courses are basically prepared to make up the supplementary receipt examination. In this preparation, relevant assistance will be given to students with drill courses to aid them in their supplementary receipt examination. Facilitators will be required to enlighten students on how to go about their drill courses and what necessary tips to be noted by students. Partnerships will be done with academic boards to come up with colleges aid supplementary assistance to help in facilitating processes. Facilitators will take charge of each courses and assist students on online classes and on campus for a period before examination will begin. Facilitators' enlightenment would be on how students get themselves accommodated, how registration and payments are done, finally on issue of timetables for the examination. So this is the breakdown for the academic sector. The allocation for the academic sector is 55,000 Ghana cedis. And out of it, 40,000 Ghana cedis we use to cater for sponsor projects. 27% allocated to sponsor projects. Sorry, academic sector 27%, and then the 73% will be allocated for sponsor projects. Sports Commission. The Sports Commission objectives is to ensure to enhance performance of student sports, sportsmen through value addition to Legacy Sports team, smooth and energizing environment for practicing on various disciplines, motivating sportsmen to perform extraordinary in various disciplines, and strategies to achieve this. Increase physical and mental well-being of students. That's one. Semester basketball tournaments, aerobics for freshers and subsequent ones. Aerobics for freshers and subsequent ones. Every weekend in course. Collaborate with sports directories to scout and draft sportsmen from high schools. Marathon and aerobics. In collaboration with sports directories, organize inter-collegiate games. Collaboration with Razak and IEC sports commissioners to organize sporting competition. Their mission is to be an active and relevant public so the allocation for the sports commission is 9,750 Ghana cedis. This includes support for sponsor games, amongst others, donations. The student will place We move on to the Public Relations Council. The Public Relations, upon its survey, realized that in the past years, SRC seems to be a bit distant from students in the discharge of its duties to the student body, due mainly to the lack of good communication structures, and also lack of proper feedback channels for the SRC to attack students' grievances head-on. Upon inquiry, it was realized that the Public Relations Office, being the mother disseminator of information to students in need, to be decentralized to ensure a constant flow of information to every student on campus. That being realized, the Public Relations Office adopted the class representatives of each class as its first point of call in achieving such aims. Hence, they serve as an integral and basic unit of communication, leadership and student authority liaison in all activities in their lifetime as students. The Public Relations Council shall see to the accomplishment of all policies stated in this document. The Public Relations shall see the effective communication between students and the SRC using the tools listed later in the document. The Public Relations shall give feedback to the public relations officers on every information communicated. There shall be weekly reports taken by the public relations officers from the council on key matters and grievances students face, and progress check-ups as well. This will help inform the SRC on managing their perception in the student space. The public relations shall be present for all social media and press briefings. Keep their constituents speak up on SRC related activities, and shall equally be given the opportunity to raise questions from their constituents during briefings. The public relations gives 4 tenants to aid in a comprehensive role out of the duties of the office. The tenants upon which the office will operate are listed as follows: communication and information dissemination, getting feedback, students' experience on information communicated, revamping of Focus FM, the media, and special initiatives or programs. Communication or information dissemination. This public relations prioritizes the dissemination of information to students as a means of communicating effectively and giving students prompt and timely information at all times. The office will adapt both traditional in-person and digital means of communicating to students. The tools and methods adopted to see the establishment of this course of action are as follows: the constitution and formulation of the Public Relations Council, the committee, the peer committee, which consists of public relations officers, the various qualities, departments, course and reps from IEC, etc. It will serve as a primary means of traditional communication to students. The PR committee will receive training early in the semester on how to effectively communicate with students. Their new role will see the creation of a broadcast list to accommodate their constituents, which will equally augment the publicity strength of the SRC. Introduction of public relations representatives to be able to enhance and maximize the the traditional means of communication. The public relations office will utilize services of class representatives, corps representatives, association reps, grassroots individuals who will always speak to students on projects that the SRC is organizing. The peer reps shall be made out of class reps of each class, reps of each corps, and other students' association reps as decided by the office. Priorities will be given to religious organizations and social clubs with sizable membership to equally help communicate on behalf of the peer reps. These reps will be branded with tags on official duties. A WhatsApp bot shall be developed where students get access to already intelligence gathered. The public relations shall, in collaboration with the SRC General Secretary, adopt the printing of hard copy official communiques, serving them to notice for the various students, the various colleges and halls. This is to target students who have little or no social media presence. The office shall, in collaboration, college and hall presidents and tutors, adopt the data television space as a means of sharing information, most especially flyers for programs. SRC communication channel upgrade. First, homepage. The homepage should include a welcome address. It should also say something about the website, basically the SRC webpage. What it seeks to do and what the website contains. About the SRC, the write-up should be about the SRC, the write-up should be updated. The new one should center of education freedom. The committees and commissions should not be only listed, but should be made to go to the links so that when selecting a particular commission, it leads to an interference and interfere to that commission with overview of what the commission, how it works, and how to contact the commission, respectively, when it comes to the PR office. Allocation for this communication upgrade is 7,000 Ghana cedis, which includes WhatsApp and Telegram bots, telephone lines of the SRC, which will have this allocation to ensure a major upgrade of the SRC communication channels, especially when we need to pick up fees from about 113,000 students. Bulk SMS. As PRO office, they seek to communicate and disseminate information effectively and efficiently to every single student on campus. That means we have adopted the bulk SMS initiative, which are going to implement help build our objectives into fusion.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. So,
Mr. Speaker, this budget captures for the first in history University SRCs. Mr. Speaker, this budget captures for the first in University's history the support to various colleges non-residential security is concerned, the budget support for international students, the support fund to members of parliament per your prerogative. Mr. Speaker, an internal generated fund to generate money from the SRC. Mr. Speaker, it is the budget that popularly tagged as a poor budget because to take a lot of freedom, as always estimated by your good self and members of parliament to extract the many impact analysis and allocations of 408. It will take a lot of freedom, as always estimated by your good self and members of parliament to extract the many impact analysis and allocation of 483,000 Ghana cedis. 390. Let me take the figure again. Mr. Speaker, it is a budget that and popularly tagged as a budget because to take a lot of freedom, as always estimated by your good self and members of parliament to extract the many impact analysis allocation of the 483,390 Ghana cedis budget exclusive of projects. This clearly tells you the focus of this administration as moderately spend and cut programs whilst investing 401,000 Ghana cedis on long-term projects, of which the plastic for cash policy as a major project could internally generate about 200,000 in the long term, implying a 200,000 Ghana cedis investment was to the additional 483,390 Ghana cedis allocated for programs, and 684,390 generated internal generated fund included, estimated, and 884,390 internal generated fund included. This budget will also serve as a projected estimation until verification of actual money spent for the semester is done through the budget review. This budget serves as a projected estimation until verification of actual money spent for the semester is done through the budget review. Mr. Speaker, I lead the August House appreciating the wisdom of my able presidents and executives for once again setting the bar when it comes to accountability, and most importantly, making history not only giving a rough breakdown of budget, but also giving the impact of the money to be used. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, the House.
I believe you understand why I'm talking this way. I'm too emotional now because I'm losing my daughter. Just take this. We are there. When I'm going to phone, what I say, my phone server. Exactly. My uncle being at the free, I'm reaching Bremy. Level 3. I mean, son, the back watch it, and I'm for me. I'm assuming you should back with the way over there. For way, for pet data, the credit, you know. I do my medicine once I know the internet and other things will be involved. For pet data, they credited, you know, making some calls here and there.
Wow, that is so all for me.
It is small.
Thank you so much. But it's too much credit in the 2 city payment.
You watch it. Shika, where is coming? You see, more are yet to come. And this is a test case for you. You understand? It's a test case for you. And ultimately passes our test where is he? Forgive me, I don't.
Daddy, I promise you, I would never let you down. And I would do everything possible to separate the two of them.
You see, I don't want you to talk much as to me trusting you, believing in you. I have already done that. The first day you told me that my daughter is doing this. In fact, I believed in you. I trusted you.
Thank you.
And I know you will never let me down. You will not disappoint me in any way.
Daddy, I promise I will do that for you.
Thank
I
you.
hate that boy. I hate that guy. I hate him.
Good.
Daddy, I will do it.
Pussy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it. So you just have it. Why? It's your cry.
Daddy, that's
It's
never
okay.
so. Daddy, me too, I will do everything possible to separate
I
them.
believe you. I trust you.
Because
trust
Miss
you.
Stan will go so before I mean so as I mean yes sir hate feeling.
See, the first time you told me that AC is beginning to engage in this kind of mess, that I liked it. Because I saw that, yes, I told you that each of you should be each other's keeper, and you are doing your part as such. Thank you very much. And I know you're going to do more.
Yes, Daddy, I promise you, I would never let you down. Trust me.
And
I'll do everything possible to separate them.
there are things that I have planned for you. You will never believe it.
Really? Thank you so much.
That is me.
Daddy, God bless you.
You're welcome.
This is even enough. Thank you.
Okay, guys.